Hi guys, it's Ace, and I'm gonna watch Delicious in Dungeon for the first time. I've seen so much through my friends' timelines, like about it, but I really don't know what it's about other than I guess it's a group of people going through dungeons and eating monsters or something. I guess that might be the gist of it, but I haven't really seen any clips. I've seen some of my friends cosplaying from it, but I don't know the characters at all. So I'm kind of going in this like relatively blind. It's like I can just make inferences based on what I've seen my friends cosplaying and stuff, but like I really don't know too much about it other than they cook monsters or something. So this will be really interesting because I went to culinary school and I want to see like what kind of culinary techniques that they use and if it would be like plausible and a what might be like a comparison to like the animals that we have here on Earth. So if they're cooking up like a dragon, it's like what would it be like to cook up like a Komodo dragon or something like that. So this will be really interesting. So let's get into it.
それは小さな村から始まった。ある日、小さな地鳴りとともに地下墓地の底が抜け、奥から一人の男が現れた。男は1000年前に滅びた黄金の国の王を名乗る。
面倒だが、ドラゴンを倒したら一度引き返すべきだな。兄さん！どうしたファリン？錯乱魔法にでもかかったのか？
Okay, so we're starting off strong with family death. Gotta love that. All right. Um, I like how we're starting to get into like more D&D stuff. Like it's really interesting seeing what cycles through the anime sphere. So like when I was a kid, it was just like it's a lot of magical girls. It was bright, shiny, like Pokemon, magical girls, all that. And then you get into like when My Hero Academia came out, it was very big. Like the Avengers was really big, and then yeah, superheroes were a huge thing. And then there was a period of time where it was like magic, like witchery and things like that. So I've noticed a lot of animes are going towards the whole Dungeons and Dragons esque settings because I know like Freyrin. I haven't watched that. I'll probably watch that next, but Freyrin it looks very Dungeons and Dragons esque as well, like that whole high fantasy feeling. So it's really interesting. But yeah, we're starting off strong with family death. Great. Let's see.
いる。仲間の雇用費、装備品代、そして食費。今ある武具を売って当面の金を確保するとして、その金で安い武具に買い替え、食料に薬、日用品を揃えて新しい仲間を雇う。迷宮内には魔物が溢れている。つまり生態系が存在しているということだ。肉食の魔物がいればその糧となる草食の魔物が食う植物にはその栄養となる水や光や土。
I mean, he does have a point. Like, food is food, man. Meat is meat. There's a whole ecosystem right there in front of them. And as long as you have that, you've got meals.
これを今日の昼飯にしてみよう。
いきなりキノコってのは危うくないか？
迷宮グルメガイドによると
I mean, it makes sense. Like, we eat poisonous food all the time. Like, what is it? Puffer fish? Like, you could die if you don't prepare it properly. So I guess as long as you prepare it properly, there's no harm, no foul. And then, we also have poisonous plants that you can eat certain parts of that plant and not die, and it's apparently really good for you. But if you eat the poisonous part, obviously you might die or get really, really sick. So, this is fascinating so far. And like that book, where'd you get that from?
魔物を食べる機会を伺ってただろう。
でも妹を助けたい気持ちに偽りはないんだ。
はいはい。
ずっと黙っていたが俺は魔物が好きだ。姿や鳴き声 どんな生態をしてるのか、そのうち味も知りたくなった。
サイコパスだ。
サソリとキノコだけではちと寂しいの。これを。
ちょっと待って、それはダメ。
This reminds me of how you do cooking in Stardew Valley. You just like find stuff in the dungeons and like you have moss or whatever you find on your farm and you can make food out of it. But no, that's interesting. Like this guy just kind of knows how to eat stuff from caves and cooking up monsters. That scorpion looked kind of like how they were preparing was kind of like shrimp, you know?
ままではとても食えないが、柑橘類の果汁を加えた熱湯でよく洗い、水分をよく拭き取るか、あるいは塩を揉み込みじっくり天日干しすれば高級食材の完成だ。できれば2週間ほど絶食させた方がいい。乾燥には時間もかかる。これはわしが作った携帯スライム干し網。こうやって挟んでおくと背負って歩いているうちに乾く。完成には時間がかかるが、ここに完成品がある。おお、今日はこれを加えよう。
You're so hungry. But that looks really tasty. That makes me want some seafood hot pot, like real bad. Probably could make some in my rice cooker or something.
そんなこと言ったって。でも魔物を食べるんでしょ。
君が食べている野菜も元をたどれば生き物の糞や死骸からできているんだよ。
その流れにケチはつけないけどさ。
大丈夫。まだ地下2階だぜ。この辺りに
I mean, technically he's right. Like, anywhere you step, you're probably stepping on a grave or where someone died. So, you know, you just gotta kind of move past that reservation.
もう来てだ。
言ってる場合か。あ、やだ、やだ、やだ、やだ、離して。
That's a really good foraging rule. Like, if you are a forager, like, if that's something that is available in your area and you forage for roots or mushrooms or anything like that, only take as much as you're going to eat at that moment. Because if you just pillage the entire, I don't know, log that you're taking chicken of the woods from, it doesn't leave anything for anybody else who might also be foraging for food. So, mindful. Very demure. I stand Senshi right now.
え？
これはシャドウテールという生物の皮膚の下に種を植え付ける捕食寄生型で、骨折するほど強く蔓を絡めてくるバラセリア種に比べて対象を逃さず殺さず捕らえる必要がある。その締め付け具合が動けないけど不快にならない程度の微妙なバランスをしてて、すごく気持ちがいいと思うんだけど、どうだった？
That face. She's so real for that face because it's like, what kind of kink did I just stumble upon with this guy? I've seen enough hentai.
あの植物にたまるゼラチンを使えばもっと綺麗にまとまったんだが、スライムだと。
So the gelatin that he's referring to that comes from plants is called pectin. So fruit pectin is kind of what gives the gelatinous formation when you cook down a fruit into like a jelly or a jam. You don't have to use gelatin like the pig hoofs. You can just use the pectin that's in the fruits to cook it down and make it set. So that's kind of what he used to have it thicken and set as the custard for this fruit tart.
じゃあこの美味しさも戦略なのかな。なるほどな。
So I got hungry watching them eating that delicious looking food, so I have cucumbers. Anyway, that was a really cute first episode. I'll have to watch some more. I usually give anime like a 3-episode rule, where if I get into something new, if it doesn't capture me in 3 episodes, it's usually not for me. Sometimes if I'm semi-interested in it by the 3rd episode, I'll give it like up until 5 episodes, and if it still hasn't captured me at 5 episodes, I usually just dump it. So I'm gonna do the first 3 episodes for this video and see how I like it. But so far it's really cute. I like the characters. I like Marcel? Marcel? It's hard to know what it's actually pronounced because of the Japanese way they're pronouncing it. But I like her character a lot. She's kind of like the straight man of the group. Like, well, no, that's more like Chilchuck. That he's like more of the straight man of the group. But she's funny. Um, I also really like what's the main dude's name? I don't remember, but I like him too. He's got definitely got like that chef instinct of like, ooh, let's toy around with food. Let's get really interested in the ingredients and knowing where they came from and how they work and putting it into practical life, especially for him being a dungeon crawler. So I'm interested to see how this progresses.
なになに、すごくいい匂い。今日は誕生日ですもの。あなたの大好物ば。
Wee woo, hot mom alert. Oh my god. I love me a hot mom. Oh. Hot elf mom. That just makes it better.
豊富な魔物を狩る。できれば卵も取れるとなお良い。卵は完全栄養食。迷宮の中では積極的に取りたい。
That's a really good point. Having very well balanced meals is great for any sort of stamina, endurance based activities. That's why if you're, and it's good for your brain too. Like, malnourishment can make or break your entire day. That's why it's really important to have all the food groups. Like cutting out things is just not good for you. So like if you're having fatty foods, because fatty foods are not your enemy or anything like that. You just need to make sure you have enough fiber so that the fats break down easier in your body and don't get stuck in your bloodstream. So if you have like bacon with some oatmeal, that's a great balance right there. You have the fattiness of the bacon that will provide you the endurance that you need throughout the day and the protein that you need for the day with the fiber of the oatmeal that will help your arteries from getting clogged from the fat from the bacon because the fiber will help absorb those fats and make them easier to digest. And then add some vegetables, like you can have a small like thing of cucumbers for your breakfast just to get some of those like extra nutrients or like fruit to get some of those vitamins and some sugar. Sugar's very good for you for the day. It's good for your brain. That's why they always tell you eat a big breakfast before your standardized test because you need those sugars, you need those carbs, you need the protein to keep your brain like firing on all cylinders. Because if you notice, people who go on these really low carb diets seem a little sluggish. That's because their brain isn't getting the sugar that it needs to keep with it. So I'm interested to see how they're going to incorporate like dietary needs with these monster meals.
だなマルシル、鶏肉が食えそうだぞ。
鶏肉なの、本当に鶏肉って言っていいの？
I put too much vinegar in my cucumbers. Now it tastes bitter. Maybe I should take some tips from Senshi over there because he's making some bust down meals with the crap he's finding in the forest. I'm gonna eat this anyway. I don't waste food. I'm so sour.
布でくるんで。
さっきの
Well, it makes sense that the eggs are soft because snake eggs are soft themselves because you know, when the babies tear open the eggshell with their little egg tooth or whatever, it just makes it easier for them to come out of it because they don't have like such a hard beak as a bird. But I'm guessing like it would be easier for cockatrices to get out of these soft shells. But yeah, snake eggs are like oblong shaped and they're soft in texture.
手足を広げて体を少しでも大きく見せ、大きな音を出して威嚇する。これだけで真っ先に距離を詰められることがなくなる。
他人のふりしたくなるな。
って美味しいです。
なんかごめんね。
お前たちも食べなさい。
Whenever you're cooking meat, especially large cuts of meat like those big like roasts or whole chickens or whole turkeys, the key is low and slow. You want to keep that on that rotation. You don't want to just like put it too close to a fire or put the heat on too high, or else you're gonna dry it the hell out. Because as you're rotating it, you're keeping those juices in, you're keeping it like evenly cooking, and it's far enough away from the fire that the flames are just licking it enough to cook it through and not completely scorch it or dry it out or anything like that. So, ooh, that chicken looked good, man. Like, it makes me want some rotisserie.
これ町の食堂にも出てきそう。
さすがに味は鶏肉そっくりだな。
Eat that chicken. Eat that chicken. Chicken looks bussin'. Like, I'm in the Philippines, so we got chicken places all over. So I could like go for some Jollibee right now. Man, that shit looks good.
びっくりした。
マルシルだったか。
叫ぶ前に首を落とせば声も出ない。
それもそうだ。
ダメダメ、危険だよ。
おいマルシル、聞こえるか？え？
はい、私は大変健康です。
いやダメだろ。
姫。
Right. Oh my gosh, she's such a silly character. Like, what did you think was gonna happen? Bats have even better hearing than dogs do. Of course it's gonna die. Oh my goodness.
君が得意なところは頼りたいし、そうでないところは他のものが解決する。もっと頼ってくれていいんだよ。
You know, seeing Senshi do that with the bat, like draining it of its blood and stuff like that, it really goes to show how we harvest our food, because it's not so different. I mean, other than we all know about like animal farms, like big farms where, you know, it's more factory based, but it's good to know like how we harvest our food, or how we're supposed to harvest our food, and where it comes from, because like yeah, you see poultry already plucked and cleaned and butchered at the grocery store, but no one knows how. Yeah, you have to boil the feathers off, pluck it clean, and then you know you have to butcher it yourself, taking out its innards and correctly carving it up. And it's grisly business. Like, I have a lot of respect for butchers because that's what they do all day.
ふっくらとさせたら完成じゃ。
I like Chilchuck. He's a really cool guy. Like, that's a kid that you just don't fuck with.
分かったよ。その代わり今後罠のそばでは絶対俺の指示に従うこと。この条件を守ってもらえないなら協力はしない。
近尾、必要とあらば手伝います。
それはいらん。ああ、言わんこっちゃない。大丈夫か戦士。手指入ってる。
180度揚げ物。
He's like those abuelitas that like are just touch the tortilla with their hands as they're just like pan frying the shit out of it, just using their whole hand just to put it in the fry oil, because you know what, abuelitas or grandmas or aunties, they don't give a fuck anymore. They have no more feeling in their hands from all of the cooking they've been doing for decades. Like, oh my gosh. Well, dwarves are also hardier creatures anyway, so I'm sure he's got thick skin, but still, I stand Senshi, man.
そういうの平気な人？
この香り、味、オリーブオイルだなこりゃ。
嘘だろ。
The weird thing about them using olive oil as a fry oil is that oil has a low burning point, so to deep fry anything is not a good idea to use olive oil. You will make the entire place just a smoky mess. So, if you're trying to deep fry something like making karage or making like ebi fry or anything like that, you're gonna want to use something with a higher boil or a higher burning point. So stick to things like vegetable oils, canola oils, things like that. Research that on your own. What temperature or what oils are best for deep frying? What oils have a higher burning point, a higher smoke point? Um, olive oil's not a good idea. So, but these are probably magic olives. I don't know. But don't in real life do not use olive oil for frying.
ちょうどいいではないか。
So when you're frying something like tempura or karage or something that's battered, because what he did, he made a battered mixture. So for some fried chicken, you won't use like a batter to dip it in. You'll use a coating. For tempura, you use a batter. So he made a batter with the egg and the flour, and the best way to test the oil is to dip your chopsticks into the batter, put it in the oil, and if it starts bubbling, you've got a good temperature going. You don't want it to get too hot. It'll cook the outside too fast. You'll cook the batter too fast and it won't cook the meat. And you don't want it to cool because as you add pieces of the batter and the meat, it actually brings the temperature down. So you want it just right.
に焦げる。
ならば罠の領分ではないな。そろそろではないか。
いい色にできた。
完成じゃ。となかなか難しい。
焚き火でやろうとは思わないけど。
Yeah, if you try to like deep fry something on an open flame, you are bound to just get your shit rocked because like as soon as that oil starts spitting, it's gonna just catch the whole damn thing on fire. So, yeah, don't fry anything on an open flame. I think that's also why a lot of like these deep fried turkeys just it gets all wrong. Like if there's any moisture on a turkey, if there's any ice on the turkey, if it's not defrosted all the way, you're gonna blow up your damn house. So, yeah, be careful when you're deep frying anything because things can go sideways really quickly. All right, we're on episode 3. So far, I really enjoy it, especially since I am a foodie and I love cooking and I went to culinary school and, I have to say I went to culinary school. Anybody who went to culinary school is going to tell you that they went to culinary school. Um, but no, I'm enjoying it so far. It's very cute. I like the characters a lot, and I like the techniques that they're kind of teaching you through a very weird lens, like the whole frying thing. It's just like, yeah, you have to be very careful with frying, and then you also have to really mind the temperatures when you're frying stuff. Um, so yeah, let's go on to episode 3.
紐で湯あえたり海苔で貼り付けたりとごまかしていたがまあ寿命だろ。
ないとまず。
Cosplayers, I'm looking at you right now. How many times does this shit happen to you in your props?
か
さっきよりはマシだが、溶かして材料費くらいにしか。
Like, this anime has just kind of been so cute, you forget. Yeah, it's kind of violent too. Oh man.
ものじゃないよ。
それは知ってるが留め具の皮とか
なめし川を食べるのは困難だし、他の魔物を取った方が。
Okay, Laios is special. Cause yeah, how would you eat an armor? Usually, yeah, they're just ghost armor that just goes around killing people. You can't eat that. It's metal. Now, what you could probably do, like if it's like magic metal or something, maybe you could melt it down and make cooking supplies with it, and it would be like a really cool pot set. I don't know.
今日は妙にしつこいな。何か機嫌を損ねてしまったのか。
まさかあいつらに体調や気分なんて存在しない。だから
I just realized, is Chilchuck like a halfling? Because like, you know, he says he's not a kid, he's short, and then his ears are very large. Is he a halfling? Someone put in the comment section if he's a halfling or not.
準備はいいか？
そうだ。
What kind of goofy ass animation? What the fuck?
あれは卵巣。何かの生き物の卵。
Like full on snot coming out of his nose, just what the hell? That was a weird transition from like this really cool ass like armor to some goofy ass animation. Like that's the kind of fan service I want to see. Hell yes, and she get it.
実際に確認した方が早いか。
If I beat something up and a bunch of spiders just came out of it, that's it. That's it for me. I'm retiring. I will just open up my own little tavern, my own little inn, and that's it. That's the ball game. If it just a bunch of spiders just came out of some armor. Hell no. I mean, I don't have arachnophobia, but ugh, it gives me the ick. Like wolf spider babies? Hell no.
なるほど。軟体生物。内側に張り付いていたのか。切断されても平気だったのは初めからバラバラの群生だったからか。
食べられるはずないでしょ。
まあマルシル、どんな食べ物も最初の一口はわけのわからないものだ。
今やる挑戦じゃねえだろ。
やってみるか。初めて触る食材だから自信がないが。
ありがとう戦士。
いっちゃー。猛毒とかだったらどうすんの。
強力な毒を持つような生き物は殻に隠れたりしないと思うんだよ。
So they're like oysters. So they're gonna have armor oysters. That's fascinating.
できたぞ。
カビ臭い。
兜の匂いを閉じ込めてしまったか。
Now, if that was like iron armor, it's actually really good for their blood because like if you cook something in an iron skillet, it actually adds iron to your diet. So if you're anemic, cooking cast iron pans, cooking cast iron cookware because it will help boost your iron just by cooking in it. Wait, and it's completely safe. Like I know it sounds like weird or that you're putting weird metals in your body, but that metal can like save your life. It's very good for you. Well, I mean, that's it. That's episode 3 done. I like it. I think I can watch more of it. It's hooked me. Especially again because I love cooking and seeing how they're taking real world techniques and implementing them to these fantasy monsters is very, very fascinating. Especially this last one where it's basically like they're mollusks, so it's like oysters, scallops, mussels, things like that, and the different cooking techniques. I don't know if I would eat the grilled one because I don't know. I personally am not a big oyster fan. especially raw oysters. The texture gets me, and it's a little too briny for my taste. Maybe if it was grilled. Maybe if it was grilled. But no, this was a really good series. This is a really good series so far, and I'm enjoying it. So I'll probably do some more videos of me reacting for the first time to these episodes of Delicious in Dungeon or Dungeon Meshi, whatever you want to say. Yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next 3 episodes, maybe 3, 4, 5. Yeah, bye.